So what was it again, man? You said that. Explain. Say your question again, because I heard you the first time, but I wanna. I like putting in context for it. You know.
Alright, I used to stream a while ago, but I stopped, and now I'm just having trouble like getting people into my stream, like talking to people, because that's what I like to do. I like
Yeah.
talking to people, I like building relationships, but you know what I mean?
So what is your question exactly now?
I don't know, how can I like get started again?
Okay. What are the games you like? If you were to make a list of the games you play mostly, what are they?
Hmm. So I like to play Modern Warfare, that's one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Play Fortnite, CS. Check my Steam library real quick.
So those are the first. I like that list already. Those are the lists that first come to your mind. You got Call of Duty, Fortnite, CS:GO, and those are the first three that you say in your head. You're like, boom, I love those games.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man. So let's just start off with that. So P is like you're saying that. How do you start off again? I think it's really important to focus on at least like a couple main games. You know, like having variety is great, but I feel like variety is great after you start having fan base because then you build up a fan base. The people that watch you regularly are used to you seeing these same games over and over again and see your grind and effort that you put into this game, right? So whether it be, Call of Duty, Fortnite, CSGO, you can juggle around those three, play them a bunch. That's when you can start throwing in some variety. But those three games right there seem pretty solid to focus on. Could you see yourself playing each of those games 4 or 5 plus hours at a time?
Yeah.
So that's pretty fair, man. I respect that. Okay. For one thing that I would recommend for when you want to get started again is just to start going live a bunch, man. It's gonna take a couple months, especially because the world of Twitch is huge and it's just getting bigger every day, man. And there's more and more streamers, more and more people going live. Definitely, it helps out going live every single day. People have to start like being used to seeing you on Twitch, seeing your name next to the people that they follow. Because like right now I'm looking at all the people that I follow on my Twitch, and then I'm just like, damn, like I followed each and every one of them, so I remember most of them. But like I'm still not on their stream. I'm still not clicking on them, still not watching them. And nothing against them. It's just there's other stuff to do. So it's like it's so just so just still like even being able to see everybody's name is all these people that are online right now. That we can spend time watching, but we don't. So that's one thing. But just going live a bunch definitely, and it's gonna take a while to get like those regular people back. And then also just going live around the same usual time. Do you feel like you can go live? So I usually go live around 8 p.m. just because that's usually the time I'm like done doing everything, and I know that a lot of time for games after that. So after streaming consistently for about 2 to 3 months and just being patient with the process, after staying consistent for that long, it like you're gonna learn a lot about yourself, a lot as a streamer, a lot about your fan base, and that's all gonna be great. And then the next thing I would say is whenever you're live, anytime you're live, anytime you're playing the game, you have to be enjoying yourself 100%, man. You always have to be about the game, but also be like a positive moderator of the game. People unconsciously like to divert away from stress, from any signs of uncomfortability. If there's like somebody just seems a little awkward, people like to get away from that, even if it's not even something that they directly know, that they directly think of. For example, like I could be watching a streamer and I notice that the streamer is getting a little bit upset, kind of mad, and sometimes it could be funny depending on who you're watching. If people are known for like raging, and it's like a good or funny thing. But if you can tell that the person's just kind of like man, fuck this game, I'm starting to like get uncomfortable, like I don't really like this, like I'm not saying that they literally say that, but you can just tell it in their body language, in the way that they're speaking, their tone of voice. Definitely avoid those situations. People come to the stream to like get away from whatever they're doing right now. It's their form of entertainment. I don't want to go and watch somebody not enjoy their time. If I can tell somebody's bored or not having a great time, or just simply just is like kind of boring, like they're not really entertaining, they're not really saying nothing, there's not really having interaction with me because whatever may happen during their day, whatever however they feel, we as viewers, all viewers can always tell, can pick up all those signs, but we register it all like so passively and unconsciously. So even when like I'm watching a streamer and like I'm down with him, he's like my homie, but like I can tell like he's not really enjoying his time, then I'll like I won't be active in chat anymore. I'll kind of just like dip out and go do like something else, or like go check something else, look at Twitter, go browse through my phone, something like that.
Yeah.
Like paying attention to what to how like the emotions you feel during streaming is very important. So if I were to say that for you, somebody that's like just starting off is just making sure to always stay conscious of that. Stay conscious that people are picking up on your emotions. And it's one thing to hear it in your voice, but it's also another thing if you have a webcam on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then body language.
Yeah, body language, facial expressions. You can just see their like the way that they're reacting, like if they throw up their arms or shake their head, you know. And I think one thing that I do great at is I'm always just a really really chill, you know, content person. I always stay pretty level headed when I'm playing games. People rarely ever see me rage on my teammates, on the gameplay itself, you know, whatever I'm doing. If I fuck up and miss a shot or like miss an edit or do something like that on Fortnite, you know, I won't really talk down on myself and be like, oh man, fuck, like I'm an idiot. Because I know that, you know, it's just another part of the video game. You know, me kind of down talking myself and saying that I'm an idiot and or saying that, you know, I'm shit at the game is like negative energy that people don't need to have either, you know.
Right. Yeah.
People don't care about that stuff. You know, if people are inside the stream watching the stream, they don't care about like, you know, oh, he missed the edit, you know, he's that critical, or because we're thinking about the game so much differently than a viewer would.
Mm.
So us the streamers are like supposed to be like those like moderators and like those people that are like in charge of their emotions while playing the games, because we're like the medium that the people are experiencing the game. People aren't going to want to watch the game if I'm out here down talking myself, not having a good time, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Number one is just staying consistent for about like 2 to 3 months, about how long it takes. And then the next one would be just to stay in charge emotionally of yourself, you know, no matter what game you're playing. So like I like to say, just be about the game, you know. It's about the video game. We're here for the video game. The whole thing about, you know, communicating with chat and being like social with everybody else is of course a part of it and a very, very important part of it. But we are doing it because our love for video games, you know. We're all gamers. Like
Right.
there's a lot of shit that's happened on my stream, a lot of things that like, you know, like a lot of hours that I put into my stream, and I wouldn't regret going back and watching a lot of it because I know that I didn't really act like inappropriate or didn't act stupid or looked at myself and I was like, fuck, I was being an asshole to that person. And I can see it in some streams, you know, some streams like I was being like that, but the way that I was acting even was like even like somewhere to make other people uncomfortable, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
Of course, man. I got you, bro.